Hello, folks. Welcome to today's football predictions on BetCraft. All right, it's another very beautiful Monday morning, and once again we've come with our predictions on this very channel. We know that so many games are going on across the globe, and amongst these many games, we are able to select a few of these matches, and look into these games before bringing it forward for you. That's what we do on BetCraft. Okay. Yesterday we had a very wonderful day. Yesterday we saw that all our predictions yesterday we actually on point. We had our predictions reaching crescendo yesterday. All the games that we predicted, both the big and the small odd, all came out to fruition. So kudos to those of us who participated in that very prediction yesterday, and congratulations to all of you. Today we go again. We'll have some games going on across the globe, and we're going to look into these matches in a very short while. But I want to use the opportunity to ask those of us who are coming across our video for the first time that we are yet to subscribe to take our time to hit the button right now so that you will not be missing out on our matches that will always come up on this very channel on a daily basis. Okay, all right. With that being said, without further ado, let's head to today's business. And today, as usual, we have two tickets ready, and each of these tickets contains three matches. And we'll be looking at these tickets one after the other. So we'll start with the ticket one, which contains starts with a match in England Premier League, where we have Ipswich Town who will be facing Chelsea in the English Premier League. The last match for the year for both sides. So when we look at the recent games for both sides, you can see that for Ipswich Town, they've actually won just one match in the last 6 games that they had. They've lost 5 games out of those. And looking at Chelsea, their away side, they've actually won 4 matches in the last 6 games, and they've lost one and also had one draw in the last 6 matches that they had played so far. And looking at how these two teams have fared on head-to-head basis, you can see that playing from home, Ipswich Town have managed just a single victory in the last 10 home matches that they had. They've also had 4 draws, but have lost 5 games. As a matter of fact, the last 3 home games that they played out saw them losing all 3 home games. All right, and when you look at Chelsea on the other hand, their away side, Chelsea have been able to achieve, 6 victories in the last 10 away games, and they've also had 2 draws and 2 losses in the last 10 away games. And in this very one way, put all that together, we know that Chelsea is a side that will be looking to, do very well, end the year on a very high note. And we'll be expecting the away side to win our trophy in this very one. So away win. That's what we expect for that very encounter. Okay, and that takes us to the next game for today. And the next game for this first ticket is actually in Italian Serie A. We'll have Bologna who will facing Verona, Hellas Verona. Okay, and we look at the recent games for both sides. You can see that for Bologna in the last 6 matches, they have won 4 out of those 6 games. They've also had 2 draws. And away side, Verona have managed just one win in the last 6 matches, but have lost 5 out of those 6 games that they had in recent times. And when you look at how these two teams fared on a home and away basis, you can see that playing from home, the last 10 home matches for Bologna have produced 4 wins for Bologna. They've also had 4 losses, and they've also had 4 draws and 2 losses in the last 10 home matches. So it's quite average for the home side. And we look at the away side, Verona. They managed to achieve 3 victories in the last 10 away games, but they've also lost 7 matches excuse me, in the last 10 away games that they had so far. So in this very encounter, it is Bologna who has shown better promise, seeing that the last time both teams met, it was Bologna who actually won from home by 2 goals to 0. That was in February, and prior to that, we also saw Bologna also beating this very side from home. And in this very encounter, we expect nothing less than a win for the home side. Bologna to win outrightly. That's all for that very game. Okay, and that takes us to the next start for today. It is in Egyptian Premier League where we have ZFC who will facing Petro yet. Okay, when you look at recent games for both sides, you can see ZFC have won 2 games in the last 6 games. They've also had 2 draws as well as 2 losses in the last 6 matches that they had. And the away side have won 3 games. Petrojet been able to win 3 matches. They've also had 2 losses as well as 1 draw in the last 6 recent games that they had so far. When you look at how they fared from home and away basis, you can see that playing from home, the home side at ZFC have won 4 matches in the last 10 home games that they have so far. They've also had, 3 draws as well as 3 losses in the last 10 home games. Okay, and the away side, Petroyet is a team that have actually won 4 matches from away as well, and they've also been able to achieve, 4 draws and 2 losses in the last 10 away games that they had so far. That tells you a lot about this very side. These two sides are quite even in some way, but in this very encounter, we know that ZFC, really have not really lost so much from home, because the losses that they had were against the strongest side in the league, against Zamalek and Ahli. But in this very one, we will expect them to not lose out shortly. So we expect to see the home side either to win or draw and under 4.5 in this very encounter. Okay, all right. That will take us to the next. Okay, that concludes the first ticket, and it takes us to the next game that we have. The next ticket that we have, it starts with a game in Northern Ireland Premiership, where we have Portadown, who will be up against Glentoran. Okay, Portadown in the last 6 have won 4, but have lost 2 matches out of those. And Glentoran, on the other hand, have been able to achieve 4 wins, but have also had 2 draws in the last 6 games that they have so far. When you look at how these two teams are fared, from home and away basis, you can see that for the home side, Portadown, they've actually had 6 victories in the last 10 home matches. They've also lost 2 games, and they also had 2 draws. And away side, Glentoran have as well done very well, winning 5 matches in the last 10 away games. They've also had 4 losses as well as 1 loss. But in this very encounter, also noting the fact that the head-to-head basis, the last time they met, it was Portadown who won from away, but it actually produced lots of goals. The last head-to-head base winning head-to-head meetings have actually seen over 2.5 on 3 on 7 occasions. All right, so in this very one, we are going for a very safe option, and we expect to see a minimum of 2 goals appearing in this very one. Over 1.5, that's our value for that very encounter. Okay, the next game that we have for you is also in Egypt Premier League, where we have MP who will be facing Ahli. I always usually say that Ahli, the away side, is actually the strongest side in Africa at the moment. And when you look at recent games for both sides, you can see that MP, the home side, have actually won once in the last 6 games that they had. They've also had 2 draws, but have lost the 3 matches of those recent 6 games that they have so far. And away side, Ahli have had 3 victories and 3 draws in the last 6 games that they had so far. Looking at how these two teams have performed from home and away perspective, you see that MP, the home side, have had 4 victories in the last 10 home matches. They've also had 2 draws, but have lost 4 matches in the last 10 home games that they had so far. And away side, Ahli have been able to achieve 6 victories in the last 10 away games. They've also had 4 draws. They've not lost a single match from away in the last 10 away matches. So in this very one, we definitely expect Ahli, who has done so very well, even though the last 2 times both teams met saw them playing out a draw. Those 2 occasions, we'll expect to see a win for the away side in this one. A way to win out shortly. That's what value for that very encounter. Okay, and that takes us to the next, which will be the last for today and also the last for the second ticket. It is in Algeria Cup. We will have BenAkna who will be up against MCalga. Okay, all right. For the home side, the BenAkna, they've actually won 5 games in the last 6 games that I have so far. In the away side, MCalga have won 2 games, 3 draws, and 1 loss. Excuse me. In the last 6 recent matches. If you look at how these two teams have performed from home and away perspective, you can see that at the home side, BenAkna have actually won 6 games in the last 10 home matches. They've also had 3 draws as well as 1 loss in the last 10 home games that they have so far. And away side, MCalga have won 5 matches from away. They've also had 3 draws and 2 losses in the last 10 away matches that they have so far. Looking at the head-to-head records, the last 2 times both teams met saw MCalga winning on both occasions. Beating BenAkna from home in September last year by 4-0, and also beating BenAkna from away in March of this very year by 3-2. All right, putting all that together, we still do expect the away side, MCalga, to achieve a result and win out shortly in this very game. It is away side to win. That's our value for that very encounter. Okay, and that concludes our operations for you today on BetCraft, and I wish you the very best of luck. I hope your ticket goes great. Also remember to play responsibly. These are football matches. Sometimes they may not be what it seems. All right, that being said, tomorrow is another day. I'll be coming up with our operations right on this very channel. Do not miss out. But until then, keep winning.